Welcome to AGMS Consulting. Market Knowledge. Doing business with the federal government. Please like and subscribe. And leave a comment.
Hey everyone, listen, starting and growing a business is tough. You're competing with millions of other businesses all vying for the same customers. But what if I told you there's a way to tap into a massive market with less competition and potentially bigger contracts? That's right, I'm talking about doing business with the federal government. Now, before you click away thinking this is too complicated or only for giant corporations, hear me out. The government actually sets aside billions of dollars specifically for small businesses. In this video, I'm going to break down the entire process step by step, from the basic requirements to finding opportunities and submitting winning proposals. By the end, you'll know exactly what it takes to get your piece of the pie. This is your chance to unlock a whole new level of success for your business, so let's dive in. First things first, let's talk about the must-haves before you even think about bidding on a government contract. Because trust me, you don't want to waste time going down this road only to find out you're not eligible. First up, you need to make sure your business is legally structured to work with the government. This usually means being registered as a corporation, partnership, LLC, or sole proprietorship. You'll also need a DUNS number, which is a unique 9-digit identifier for your business. Think of it like a social security number for your company. It helps the government keep track of who's who in the world of federal contracting. Next, you need to be financially sound. The government wants to make sure you're a reliable partner who can actually deliver on their contracts. This means having good credit and a solid track record of managing your finances. And speaking of track records, you'll need to be squeaky clean when it comes to legal and ethical compliance. The government does their homework, so any history of legal issues or shady business practices could disqualify you from the get-go. Another crucial requirement is having a good understanding of government regulations and policies. Federal contracting is a whole different ballgame than the private sector, with its own set of rules and procedures. You'll need to familiarize yourself with things like the Federal Acquisition Regulation, FR, which outlines the guidelines for government procurement. It sounds intimidating, but trust me, it's just about understanding the rules of the game. And lastly, make sure your business can actually provide the goods or services the government needs. Seems obvious, right? But you'd be surprised how many businesses try to force themselves into categories that don't quite fit. Focus on what you're good at, and find opportunities that align with your expertise. Remember, the government needs everything from construction and IT services to janitorial work and office supplies. There's a huge range of possibilities out there. Alright, so you've got all the basic requirements covered. Now it's time to officially throw your hat in the ring by registering in the System for Award Management, or SAM for short. This is like creating a profile on a job site, but instead of looking for work, you're letting the government know you're open for business. Think of SAM as the ultimate matchmaking platform for government agencies and contractors. It's where you'll find all the information about upcoming opportunities, submit your bids, and manage your contracts. Now, the registration process itself can be a bit tedious. You'll need to provide detailed information about your business, including your financials, ownership structure, and capabilities. It's kind of like filling out a super long online dating profile, but instead of trying to impress a date, you're trying to convince the government you're the perfect partner. One thing that trips people up is the NAICS code. This is a code that classifies your business based on the industry you're in. You'll need to choose the code that most accurately reflects your primary line of business. It's like choosing the right category for your online store. You'll also need to decide which socioeconomic categories you qualify for, like small business, women-owned small business, or veteran-owned small business. These categories can give you a competitive advantage when bidding on certain contracts. Once you've submitted your registration, it can take a few weeks for it to be processed and verified. But don't worry, you'll get an email notification once it's all set. And remember, SAM registration is free. There are some third-party websites that might try to charge you for this service, but don't fall for it. Go straight to the official sam.gov website. Okay, you're registered in SAM, you've got your coffee in hand, and you're ready to start finding those lucrative government contracts. But with thousands of opportunities available, it can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. The key here is to be strategic. Don't just go after every contract you see. Instead, focus on finding opportunities that are a good fit for your business. Remember, it's all about finding the sweet spot where your expertise aligns with the government's needs. One of the best ways to find relevant opportunities is by using the government's online search tools. The main one is called Contract Opportunities, or beta.sam.gov. It's a treasure trove of information on upcoming solicitations, contract awards, and agency forecasts. Think of it like a giant job board, but instead of applying for jobs, you're bidding on contracts. You can filter your search by keywords, agencies, location, and even the NAICS code you chose during registration. Another great resource is fedbizops.gov, which focuses specifically on contracts over $25,000. It's a bit more streamlined than beta.sam.gov, but it's still a valuable tool for finding larger opportunities. Now, don't be afraid to think outside the box when searching for contracts. The government needs everything from software developers to construction workers to janitorial services. If you can provide it, chances are they need it. Once you find a few promising opportunities, take the time to thoroughly review the solicitation documents. These documents outline the specific requirements of the contract, including the scope of work, deadlines, and evaluation criteria. This is where you need to put on your detective hat and really understand what the government is looking for. Pay close attention to the technical requirements, the evaluation factors, and any specific instructions for submitting your proposal. Remember, the more closely you can align your proposal with the government's needs and requirements, the better your chances of winning the contract. Alright, so you've found some promising opportunities, you've done your research, and now it's time to craft a winning proposal. This is where you really get to showcase your business and convince the government that you're the best choice for the job. Think of your proposal as your sales pitch. It's your chance to make a strong first impression and demonstrate why you're the right fit for the contract. You need to be clear, concise, and compelling, highlighting your unique strengths and capabilities. The first rule of proposal writing is to follow instructions carefully. The government provides specific guidelines on what to include in your proposal, so don't deviate from the format or requirements. A typical proposal consists of several sections, including a technical proposal, a management proposal, and a cost proposal. The technical proposal outlines how you plan to meet the technical requirements of the contract. It's where you showcase your expertise and demonstrate your understanding of the project. The management proposal outlines your experience, your team's qualifications, and your approach to managing the contract. This is where you demonstrate your ability to deliver the project on time and within budget. And finally, the cost proposal outlines the cost of your services or products. Be realistic and competitive with your pricing, but don't undersell yourself. Remember, you're trying to win the contract, but you also need to make sure it's profitable for your business. One of the biggest mistakes businesses make is submitting generic proposals that don't address the specific needs of the government agency. Take the time to tailor your proposal to each opportunity, highlighting your relevant experience and capabilities, and don't be afraid to show off a little. Include case studies, testimonials, and other forms of social proof that demonstrate your past successes. The government wants to see that you have a proven track record of delivering results. Now, let's talk about a secret weapon that can give you a serious edge in the world of federal contracting small business certifications. These certifications are like gold stars that tell government agencies you're part of a special group that they're actively trying to do business with. Think of it like having a VIP pass that unlocks exclusive opportunities and gives you a leg up on the competition. There are several different types of certifications, each with its own set of eligibility requirements and benefits. One of the most common is the Small Business (SB) certification, which is open to businesses that meet the SBA's size standards and are independently owned and operated. Then there's the 8A Business Development Program, which is specifically designed to help small disadvantaged businesses compete for and win federal contracts. To qualify for this program, your business must be at least 51% owned and controlled by individuals who are socially and economically disadvantaged. Another powerful certification is the Women-Owned Small Business (WOSB) program. This program is designed to help women-owned businesses compete for federal contracts. To qualify, your business must be at least 51% owned and controlled by women. And if you're a veteran, you should definitely look into the Service Disabled Veteran-Owned Small Business (SDVOSB) program. This program requires your business to be at least 51% owned and controlled by service-disabled veterans. The benefits of these certifications vary, but they can include things like set-aside contracts, sole source contracts, and preferential evaluation points during the bidding process. In other words, they can significantly increase your chances of winning government contracts. Now, the certification process can be a bit involved, but it's definitely worth it if you're serious about doing business with the federal government. So there you have it, a crash course on how to unlock the incredible world of federal contracting. I know it might seem overwhelming at first, but trust me, the potential rewards are huge. Remember, the government is actively looking to partner with small businesses like yours. They need your innovation, your expertise, and your dedication. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can position yourself for success and tap into a massive market that's just waiting to be explored. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Take action, stay persistent, and watch your business grow.